What's the psychology of people who have escaped normal? What is normal? Who defined it? Because if normal produces normal results, then why do we chase it? And if we want real success, real freedom, do we actually have to step outside of normal to get it? Well, I'm gonna let you know that not exactly. The answer to that is yes and no. But then here's a real question. What happened to the people who did escape normal? Where are they now and what did they see that most people miss? I studied psychology and what I found is something I wished I had known sooner. First, we have to define normal. In the dictionary, normal means conforming to a standard, usual, typical, or expected. But here's where the problem comes. Normal isn't a law of nature, it is a social agreement. And the moment you understand that, you do realize something. That normal mainly comes from three places: family expectations, culture plus school, your environment, and friends. When you're inside these rules long enough, your brain starts calling it reality. Not because it's true, but because it's familiar. Let me prove this to you with a quick test, the normal test. If I followed you around for a single day, I could make a surprisingly accurate prediction about your future. Because normal isn't what you say you want. Normal is what you do on autopilot. When life is stressful, do you escape it or do you endure it long enough to grow? When you have free time, do you invest that time in your growth, knowledge, or do you consume it away to feel temporary relief? Pay close attention to those moments because they reveal the direction you're already moving in. If your instinct is to escape, you have trained yourself for comfort. And comfort, when repeated daily, quietly becomes your future. Now, here's what I found when I studied people who stay normal versus people who tried something different. The first loop is comfort. Most people have unknowingly trained themselves to find comfort and even relief through scrolling, short videos, and constant stimulations. When we feel anxiety, boredom, or uncertainty, our brains ask what will make this feeling go away the fastest. So it reaches for the quickest dopamine hit available. At first, it will feel harmless, just a few minutes to unwind, a small escape from pressure. But every time we choose relief over growth, the brain takes notes. It learns a pattern. When things get uncomfortable, it avoids the hard things. Over time, this becomes automatic like a reflex. And this is where most people get stuck. Because once a behavior becomes a loop, breaking it feels unnatural and even threatening to the brain. But this next loop is even more powerful. Because it doesn't just control what you do, it controls who you believe you are. The second loop is approval. This is the one no one wants to talk about. Most people don't choose the safe path because they love safety. They choose it because they are terrified of looking foolish or being judged. They dress normal, they speak normal, they think normal, and they keep their ambitions quietly normal. Standing out carries a social cost for them because we humans are wired to avoid social exile. For most of the history, being rejected by the tribe meant danger, so the brain treats disapproval as a threat. That is why approval feels like relief, why fitting in feels safe, and why being liked can feel like survival. And slowly, without noticing, people trade potential for permission. They stop asking what do I want and they start asking what will be accepted. And the final loop is safety. We want to do things that are predictable, in which we minimize uncertainty. It feels responsible and mature. That is what everyone around you will say. But slowly, almost invisibly, the same safety will start to shrink your world. You will stop choosing based on growth and start choosing based on what won't disrupt your life. You trade possibility for predictability, risk for routine, and potential for comfort, slowly killing your potential and leading you to normality. So what happens to the people who escape normal? These people don't start with a different life, but they develop a different psychology inside them. Externally, their life probably looks the same at first. Same job, same schedule, and same responsibilities. But internally, something has shifted. They no longer let comfort, approval, or safety run the system. The trait number one they have is that they trade comfort for meaning. They don't ask, what do I feel like doing today? They ask, what do I need to do today to move one step forward? They start choosing the uncomfortable task, the conversation they have been avoiding, or the work that has compounded slowly. Trait number two is that they act before confidence arrives. Normal people wait to feel ready, but escapers let action create confidence, not the other way around. They understand something most people miss. That confidence is not a prerequisite, it is a byproduct. Finally, the most important one, trait number three. They can disappoint people without collapsing. This one is critical because people who escape normal are willing to say no or to choose differently. They don't need constant approval to function or abandon their direction the moment someone questions them. They can disappoint people without losing their sense of self because they have learned that protecting everyone else's comfort often comes at a cost of their own future. Escaping normal isn't a one big decision. It is 1,000 small votes for the future you want. If you found value in this video, don't forget to subscribe and check out this video where I show you the 3 personalities inside everyone. I'll see you there.